Rio de Janeiro is so beautiful that you can't be unhappy with its hilltop views and beachside sunsets. In this city of extremes, you almost always go from one end to the other. Rio de Janeiro is a city in Brazil that is full of natural, human and cultural wealth. The magical city has football, samba, carnival, beaches, tasty food and everything you could wish for. Need some suggestions for things to do in Rio de Janeiro? Then this video is for you. Check out our list of the top 10 things to do in Rio de Janeiro. Number 10. Visit Maracana Stadium. Maracana Stadium in Rio de Janeiro, Brazil is the most famous football stadium in the world and is located in one of the most beautiful cities in the world. The first FIFA World Cup was played at this venue in 1950. The loss to Uruguay that year devastated many Brazilian football fans. Amazing and unforgettable events have been held in this stadium, but that was just the beginning. The 2014 FIFA World Cup final was held at the Maracana, which also served as the main venue for numerous Olympic Games in 2016. About 78,000 people can fit inside this stadium. During the refurbishment work that took place between 2010 and 2013, the seating space was enhanced. Number 9. Take a break at Jardine Botanico. Jardine Botanico is a neighbourhood near Ipanema, Leblon and Gavea. Jardine Botanico is in the wealthy Zona Sul in Rio de Janeiro's South Zone. The Prince Regent of Brazil established these 140-hectare gardens in 1808. The garden features plants from specific Brazilian regions and a Japanese garden. The Victoria Regis float is a famous park attraction. The park's trees include rubber, cocoa and abrico de macacao. The greenhouse has bromeliads and orchids. The park has Mestre Valentim sculptures and fountains. The 1905 central fountain, encircled by palm trees, was designed in London. Plan a trip to the Botanical Gardens. If you visit Rio during Carnival, you can take place in the celebrations and then relax in the park. Lagoa Rodrigo de Freitas lies near the Botanical Garden and Lake Park, another environmental reserve. Jardine Botanico is a foodie centre with many restaurants. The region is also home to the Brazilian Equestrian Society, the Marine Vasco da Gama headquarters, the Military Club of Rio de Janeiro and the Rio de Janeiro Naval Club Sports. Number 8. Attend a Carnival. When in Brazil, one event that you simply must go to but probably can't afford to miss is a Carnival. Every winter, Rio throws one of the most well-known pre-let-in festivals that can be found elsewhere on the globe. These celebrations start after the New Year and continue until Ash Wednesday. The splendour of the event is displayed over the course of the 4 days that precede Ash Wednesday. During the parades and shows, the streets are packed with thousands upon thousands of people. One of the main reasons this is so popular with tourists is that it's so luxurious. The parades take place along predetermined routes, such as the Sambadromo. It is then lined with boxes resembling those found in stadiums, and more than 50,000 people watch the dancers compete there. Number 7. Scale the Escadaria Selaron steps. From 1990, this project, called Rua Manuel Carneiro, consists of 250 steps that go up to a height of 125 meters. Jorge Selaron, a Chilean painter and sculptor, arrived in Rio de Janeiro in 1983. He started fixing up the broken down steps outside his house on a whim, but it took so long that he had to sell his paintings to pay for the mosaic. Over 2,000 tiles were collected from over 60 nations throughout the world to cover the steps. The steps have gained international attention from publications like National Geographic and Time since their completion in the early 2000s, and have become a popular tourist destination. Selaron could be seen hanging out on the steps for years in his signature red robes and caps, telling colourful stories and not seeming to care about his worldwide fame. Selaron's body was found on the stairs that bear his name in 2013. It's not clear what happened, but his colourful and beloved legacy lives on. Number 6. Explore Santa Teresa's neighbourhood. This is a bohemian neighbourhood with lots of different kinds of art and buildings in different styles. As you walk through the cobblestone streets of Santa Teresa, you will be amazed by the beautiful houses, art galleries, and colourful mosaics that decorate the sidewalks. It is located to the southwest of Lapa and is home to some of the most authentic Brazilian restaurants, bars, and boutiques selling handicrafts. The best way to get a feel for what Rio looked like during its colonial era is to spend some time in this neighbourhood. It has a lively street life and a charming atmosphere, and the streets are safer at night. This is a major selling point for the area. Artists and smart people like to hang out in the cafes that line the streets of this area, which is known for its peace and unique atmosphere. Number 5. Go hang gliding. Hang gliding is one of the most exciting and amazing things to do in Rio de Janeiro. Hang gliding is a great time no matter where you do it, but Rio is special because you can see both mountains and beaches from above. Pedra Bonita is a mountain 20 minutes by car from Ipanema. This is where hang gliding takes place. You will need to plan ahead for your flight, but no matter who you book with, all of the pilots are certified by the Brazilian Hang Gliding Association and follow the same safety checks and rules. For example, a pilot can only do 4 flights a day. Start by going to Pepino Beach to meet your pilot. He or she will take you up the mountain so you can fly. They tell you everything you need to know before running you off the runway and into flight. We can't think of anything else like it. Running off the mountain may scare you, but then you will have this amazing flight with views of the city that are out of this world. You land on the beach where you started after a few minutes in the air. Prices for flights change based on the time of year and the exchange rate, but as a general rule, a flight will cost between $120 and $150 US. Anyone visiting Rio de Janeiro should try hang gliding. Number 4. Enjoy the Ipanema and Leblon beaches. The golden sands of Cabana Beach, which is 4 kilometers long, are close to the beaches of Ipanema and Leblon. The Jardine de la Canal is what separates the two beaches from one another. Along the promenade, there are a number of places to stay, such as cute sidewalk cafes and restaurants. These 2 beaches are well known for the vibrant culture that can be found here. This area is home to a number of cinemas, art galleries and theatres that feature cutting-edge performances. If you find yourself in Leblon on a Sunday, make your way to the Praça de Quental to peruse the antique market there. Feira do Artesanato is held at Praça General Osorio, which is located at Ipanema. This event showcases local foods and crafts. Number 3. Head over to Cabana Beach. It is impossible to visit Rio and not go to the city's most famous beach, which is located in the middle of the city. Rio de Janeiro is one of the few places in the world where a beautiful beach runs right next to the city's business district. The golden beaches along Avenida Atlântica and Avenida Nossa Senhora de Copacabana will lead you to the nearby streets, which are full of interesting century-old buildings, luxurious hotels, and many popular restaurants and cafes. The well-known Copacabana Palace, which was constructed in the 1920s, is one structure that you simply must see. It is now both a national monument and a protected area. This palace is a relic from the days when Rio de Janeiro served as a nation's capital city. Number 2. Ride up Sugarloaf Mountain. Visit the Sugarloaf Mountains while you're in the city as a next stop on your itinerary of things to do here. It is in the neighbourhood of Coca and is surrounded by water on all sides. This peak is unavailable by any other means save using a cable car or, if you're up for an exciting adventure, climbing rocks. Before taking the cable car up the mountain, there is the option of going on a hike through the forest, which is home to monkeys. You may catch the cable cars from the beach at Praia Vermelha all the way up to Morro da Urca, where you can connect with another cable car that will carry you farther up the mountain. When you reach the peak, you will be taken aback by the breathtaking vista that encompasses both the city and the sea. This is especially true if you climb the peak just before sunset when the light is at its most beautiful. Number 1. Climb to see Christ the Redeemer. Christ the Redeemer, also known as O Cristo Redentor, is Rio's most famous landmark. It sits on top of Corcovado in Tijuca National Park and looks out over the city. One of the modern world's 7 wonders, this Art Deco statue was finished in 1931. The length of its extended arms, which are nearly 100 feet long, is 92 feet. Arrive early for the most incredible views with fewer visitors to contend with, or arrive at night for a sunset view of the sea and city. You can get to the statue in 3 ways. First, take a taxi to the Pañeras parking lot halfway up Corcovado, where Christ the Redeemer is, and then a van to the entrance. The second way to get there is to take the scenic train from the base of Corcovado to the car park, and then the van to the summit. And now you can climb up. A route leads through the rainforest to the top of the mountain behind the mansion at the Botanical Garden. Although this is a lengthy process, the rewards are breathtaking. There is a possibility that you will see some monkeys. So, that was our list of the top 10 things to do in Rio de Janeiro. Tell us which one you liked the most. If you liked the video, do share and subscribe. Till then, goodbye and stay safe.